Good morning, bon matin. So I was just watching the Photodrama of creation. It was made before 1914 by Charles C. Russell was involved, and it was the Bible students they were called, and it was actually surprised me how the good quality everything was, but didn't bring anything new. I guess it was just taking the Bible stories for what they were and acting them. I guess this could be done today. Same thing is with the costumes, with the cameras, the sets. But I guess I was. They're not the ones who invented uh, storytelling or those stories. So they were similar. I thought they were similar to paintings from Renaissance. Uh, so with the robes and everything, I can go to the museums for art and find similar decor. Uh, but this was different. It was animated because it's played by actors, uh, and but I was surprised that it's a big budget thing. Many actors, I guess there were 500 actors sometimes in some scenes, and yeah, really high quality. So I remember when I was a Jehovah's Witness, I was wanting to be playing in a drama because they had dramas in the assemblies, the 3 days, 4 days assemblies. But sometimes they had two dramas in the 4 days assemblies. One of that was costume, the other was just plain dress. But I wanted to be one of those actors. That's one of the things that really motivate me to be a Jehovah's Witness. Uh, and but I never got the chance, even after years of being in the organization. I was never offered that. I don't know how people who are in those things get called, but uh, anyway, it was nothing new. It's really basically the some of the prime stories from the Bible that were selected and acted and filmed. But it was very high quality. However, they're not the only ones that, and actually, it was more similar to Catholics and other types of Christianity than what Jehovah's Witnesses are or were. Uh, but they're not the ones. They're not the some. They're not the only ones that are making comments about the Bible. They were called the Bible students. They're not the only ones that are making comments about the Bible. And it's important to be having other sources to know. There are scholars who study it. They've been to the places and they are having access to museums, other types of materials to get a better understanding of what if it's true or not. I think it's a duty to know if is it true or is it not. What is true? Uh, so, for example, there's a scene that I always thought it's surprising that the Jews were who were shouting to kill Jesus. They wanted Jesus to be tortured and crucified. I don't know why it just started out of the blue like that. Because when Jesus was with the Jewish people, because he's a Jew, he's a Jew as well. He was uh, healing them, teaching them, and there was never any sign that the Jewish people were violent or hateful or anything like that. They were uh, needing help, it seemed, and they were grateful that Jesus was there to be a leader for them. They were the same people who were welcoming him, who were celebrating him when he was coming into Jerusalem on the donkey, are the same people who were shouting to kill him. So I don't know why that's such a drastic shift, that there's never any sign that these people were violent or wanted to kill them. So if I think about what I know, um, a scholar who said that it's actually the story was made up or was changed by the Romans people, and the Roman people didn't want them to be taking the blame for Jesus's crucifixion. They wanted, but the fact is, it was actually Pilate, Pontius Pilate, that did kill him. Uh, but because the story was told by Roman people, that part of the story was changed. They said, "Oh no, no, no! It's not the Romans who wanted him dead. It's the Jewish people who wanted him dead." So because at that time it was Paul that was made his preaching work that to the Gentiles, and it was just later after that that the stories were written. Uh, so the story was written to make it more accessible to the population, the Roman population who were speaking Greek. Uh, so this is not accurate to what was historical, to what actually truly happened. And you can see one day there's these people all throughout the book. The Jewish people are always in need of saving, and then next thing you know, they want to kill him. So I just thought, where does that come from? That anger and hate that and he's an innocent person, and why did it just out of nowhere? Uh, there's no hint at all that these people are wanting to kill him. It was, I guess the Pharisees were the ones who were supposed to be wanting to kill him. I guess to because he was, but actually the Romans were the ones because they were afraid that they would revolt. But the Pharisees were the ones because why would the Pharisees want them? I guess because the Jesus was critical of them, saying that they were he was provoking them. I guess. Uh, but um, yeah, and just at the end of the movie, there's something about the solar system, and I thought, wow, I don't even understand what this is, because it's just the sun and the earth, and they're the same size, and it's just I don't understand. I never seen the solar system represented like that. Really simplistic, and I googled, and it said that in 1914 there were no planets in the solar system that were discovered. So now we know that a solar system has the sun is much bigger than the other planets, and the Earth It's not the biggest planet, of course. It's a small planet in comparison to the other planets. Uh, so they had a very different representation of astronomy, how they portrayed astronomy. And of course, yeah, they were using the cross. They were using Christmas. They were celebrating Christmas. They were so a lot of the new light was not a part of the early Bible students. So they were much more similar to just Christian, mainstream Christian, I guess. Uh, so I guess they were not because the rules were made after. But what bothers me is that there's a group of people, men, who are deciding what the Jehovah's Witnesses can and cannot see, and what and cannot do, and what the rules are, and they decide that you can have access to this information control. So, uh, as for me, I'm still ex Jehovah's Witness, not because I'm wanting to do anything wrong. It's because uh, I have other sources of information, and honestly, it just doesn't fit. Doesn't fit with. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Bye.